Quest means business, and so do I. We're here together in the CNN newsroom around the world. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Ali. In fact, we're both in different spots from normal today. You're in New York. I'm in Abu Dhabi in the Gulf. The delay between us is probably horrific, but it won't stop us tackling key topics of the day. And today, it's the gold standard.
That's right. Nothing will stand in our way, Richard. The president of the World Bank flip-flopped this week on his own opinion on the importance of gold and its role in the international monetary system. So we're going to set our own standards, Richard. Last week, I went first. So this week, it's your turn. Put 60 seconds on the clock for Richard.
And here we go, 60 seconds. When it comes to actually investment and what is valuable, people have always prized this, the gold stuff. People love it. People will do almost anything for it, which is why we tied this to this by making currency convertible into the gold standard. That was always the way it was meant to be until the 1970s and the Nixon shock, which destroyed the two. Since then, the money has become worthless, but gold is now trading at $1,400 an ounce. Not surprisingly, at this record level, everybody wants a little bit of it. So much so that now people are saying we must go back to the gold standard. It's all about gold, because only by linking currency to gold, people believe that it can actually have value. Think about the word gold, the golden rule, the golden girls. And after all, remember, gold finger. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. And that's what might happen with gold.
Richard, pretty good. The problem with your theory is that that value of gold has turned into, when it comes to money, the chocolate that you cheated by using. So I'm going to bring you the real thing. The gold standard is a monetary system in which the standard economic unit, a nation's currency, is fixed against a weight of gold. That means the supply of money is strictly tied to the amount of gold that a country holds. Real stuff. If people felt insecure about the U.S. dollars that they hold, they could conceivably trade them for a predetermined weight of gold with the Federal Reserve. Nobody uses the gold standard anymore because it restricts the ability of central banks to increase or decrease the supply of money, especially during economic downturns. The world now uses a system of fiat money, which is pegged to nothing but people's perceptions of its value, generally determined by the amount of money that's in circulation. The more money a nation prints, the less it's worth. A return to some form of gold standard would stabilize currency exchange rates against each other, because governments couldn't go out and print as much money as they like whenever they feel like it. But countries like to set their own economic direction, Richard, so a return to the gold standard isn't likely to happen anytime soon. Get yourself some real gold. Never mind that chocolate.
Hey, at least I can eat my gold. Okay, time for the voice, who will really sort us out one from the other. And this week, the voice, what have you got for us?
Okay, gentlemen, time to go for the gold. Last week, Richard, you won. Took the gold last time. Ali took silver, which in itself is also kind of first place. First place of all the people who didn't win. This week, it's a fresh start. Resetting the scores to 0, gentlemen, here is your first question about gold. Why is an ounce of gold called a troy ounce? A troy ounce. It was A, named by Helen of Troy. B, established in Troyes, France. C, is from the Latin tre. D, who knows? Richard Quest.
I'm going for C. It's from the Latin tre.
And I'm going for you're wrong. Ali?
B, established in Troyes, France.
Exactly. It was named after Troyes, France. In medieval times, the city of Troyes was host to large annual merchant fairs. At those fairs, standards for weights and measures were established for all of Europe, like how to measure quantities of gold, or how to calculate the incredible cross-continental time delay Richard Quest must endure during this segment. Question number 2. Which of these countries is currently the world's #1 producer of gold? Is it A, South Africa, B, Canada, C, China, D, Australia? Richard Quest.
It's China.
You're correct. China. South Africa had been the top producer for most of the last century, but now South Africa ranks 5th behind the U.S., Australia, and Russia, and number 1, China. One last chance. It's question number 3. Time to calculate. Now, to be conservative, I'll set the price of gold at $1,000 an ounce. Also, the voice is a little iffy with math, so simply multiplying by 1,000 makes it easier for me. According to the World Gold Council, what is the approximate value of all the gold that has ever been mined? Is it A, about $6 billion, B, about $9 billion, C, about $20 trillion, or D, about $5 trillion? Richard Quest.
$5 trillion.
Is correct. Of course, the actual total fluctuate with the price of gold, but it stays in the same ballpark of $5 trillion. Gentlemen, this time around, our winner was Richard Quest. Congratulations.
I think I got the bell before him, but I was gonna give the wrong answer. I was gonna say 20 trillion. So you know what, Richard? You go eat your chocolate, and I'll just keep my gold.